Okay, welcome to another session of the Society Today. I'm your regular host, Evangelist Peterson, and in my right hand I have Sir Prince Okoro with us. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
God bless you. We are happy to see you. And I have Aptega and you are with us today. Welcome, sir. We are happy to see you. And back to the issue on ground. Within the week, there were many text messages and WhatsApp calls I got regarding the issue we are handling in the society. And one of the striking things one of our followers made was the fact that the family is not actually the problem today in society. And part of his point was that peer pressure has more power over our children than the family. I repeat that. He said peer pressure has more influence over us today than the family. And he makes reference to a popular musician, Eriga, who said, Pikin go spoil, go spoil. In the right statement, he said, Pikin go po, go po. So in other words, he's trying to say to us that the pressures outside has more influence over a child than the proper home training given to the child. So let's start from there, sir. What can you say about that?
If you say peer pressure is more powerful than the family, you have succeeded in saying that the family has failed, because you cannot say some external informations that are reaching out to the children are more powerful than what they are hearing at home. If what they are hearing at home is not strong enough, what they are hearing outside will override what they are hearing inside. So I'm saying directly that if that person or the general public believes that the pressure from outside coming from our age mates, our peer groups is stronger, it's a clear signal that the home has failed. The father is not doing anything, the mother is not doing anything.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir Prince, do you have anything to contribute to that?
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Welcome.
I would say that the pressure coming from outside is way lesser than the pressure coming from the home. Actually, it's just that the pressure coming from outside is a way of deception. There are things added to it that makes the children, the young ones, believe their friends more than the parents. Because honestly, we say that the family do not go direct with their messages. There are a lot of ways they paint their messages. Why the other set of people, their friends, bring the messages very raw to them, very interesting. They entice them, but our parents or the family, let's say that, will not give that place for enticing to their children.
Okay, thank you, sir. And to add to that, I think that if pressure from outside can influence a child to act negatively, it simply means that he was not deeply rooted in the family beliefs and doctrines. Because I believe that when you are deeply rooted in your beliefs, it's difficult for you to be deceived easily. So for the fact that you are able to be deceived is a proof that you are not deeply rooted in your belief system. So your belief system should be above. By the way, what makes, okay, sir, can I ask a question now?
Yes.
Why do you think that your friends should influence you, not you influencing them?
Yeah.
So why must they influence you with theirs, not you influencing them with your belief? So it's a proof that you don't know what you don't believe your beliefs enough.
It's a proof that you are weak.
You are weak. That's the right word.
So if you are not weak,
You should be the one
you should be the one
influencing
influencing
them, not them influencing you.
Okay, let's say this. How will darkness be influencing light? So the light is shining, and then suddenly the darkness come and quenches the light.
So it's also a proof that if you are influenced easily, it means that in one corner of your heart you like those things.
Yeah,
So when they now present it to you, you just accept
you
it
accept it.
because you are not deeply
Rooted.
in your beliefs. Like
Obvious.
I say, as I oftentimes I go out for evangelism, it's difficult for you to convince, sorry to mention names, okay, let me not mention names, to convince the other religion to come and believe in your own beliefs. You know why? They are deeply rooted in their beliefs.
Yeah,
Most of the time, if you're not careful, you end up doubting what you want to preach to them.
yeah.
So for the fact that your friends are able to influence you easily, is a strong proof that you don't believe your beliefs. That now brings me to the next question. While we were raised, the kind of training our parents gave to us was a harsh training. Discipline was top notch. And I want to ask, the template our parents use in raising us, do you think we can use that same template into this world? Let me start with our Prince.
Uh, I would say yes.
Are you sure we can use that template
Yes, we
in
can
this
use
digital age and
Yes, definitely.
science age?
Definitely, we can use that same template.
How?
Yes, we
Okay.
can use it. Believe while we were being raised, it was in a very harsh and rugged way. That's how we were raised. But today we see that there is a lot of technologies. You don't need to teach your children
Mm.
most of the things. We have artificial intelligence now. Even if
AI.
you are hiding something from them
It
now,
with the
it
phone.
is very simple. They can get their phone, get to their friends, and
Sorry, sir, to cut you. Yesterday, somebody was telling me that one of these days is it a sister or a niece came around, and he just gave the niece just around 5-6 years the phone. Before he could go and come back, he was surprised to see the child watching porn inside his phone. Even himself does not know how the child came across, how the child brought those things from the phone. So somehow these children, they have a high IQ on technology. Yes, sir. In fact, in our days, we are limited to maybe playing football, playing around with fellow friends around.
Yeah.
But today, with the advent of TV, smartphones, children have many things that is influencing them. Sorry, finish your words.
like I was saying, so they have access
Mm.
to so many things. But I've come to notice that in our modern day families now, you will see the father is holding a phone. You see the mother is holding a phone. The children are on their phones. They can be in the same home for the next 12 hours. Nobody is talking to each other. Siblings in the same room, nobody is talking to each other. Even as far to the extent they go out, they will call for meetings, say, okay, let's go outing. Once they get there, you see everybody on
Still on their phone.
and this is supposed to be a meeting where all of
Can
us are
interact
supposed to interact,
and
but they are
bond.
still on their phone. So I believe number one, the first step our parents should take, the decision lies within them, is the part of technology. Bringing that bond together, first of all, will become a very harsh training in our modern day society to them. We know times are changing, everything are changing, patterns are changing, but we have to keep up the pace with them. I believe you cannot treat your children in a very easy way. I will not do so to my children, also treat them in an easy way. I will have to bring that harsh method, but in advanced way. So we can still use that method they were using on us for our children. It's very possible.
Okay, thank you, sir. I appreciate both. Okay, let me hear Apostle's view on that. Are you sure we can use that same template to raise our kids into this world and have same result we had in the early 90s?
I think that the goal of modernization or technology is control.
Okay.
I'll say that again. The goal or the target of technology or modernization, or what we call globalization, is control. They actually want to control you. So they actually wanted to control your children without your control.
Mm.
So what should we do? Use the old method. Stop the control. Stop the external control. Use the internal control, because it will always work. Now, a lot of people have what they have to say, and it will look as though I am being rigid. If you compare the people who are far gone and the people who are now present, you cannot compare their level of concentration, commitment to things that are important to the commitment that we have now. We believe that, there's technology, we just want to do anyhow. That's not the goal. The goal is to control you. So if we are not careful enough, we get under that control, and then we neglect the most important control. Every man is controlled internally first, and if he's not controlled internally, the external control that may come to him may lead him into trouble. And we have all experienced these troubles. Like our colleague just spoke, you can't be in a meeting with people and you are pressing your phone. You can't. Okay, let me also say this. You can't be walking on the road and be pressing your phone.
That's very common.
It's a sign of
very common.
It's a sign of something is wrong.
That's a common practice by young boys.
You be on the road, you're on the market.
Even those driving bike,
You are riding bike, you are
phone.
driving, you are pressing your phone. Something is wrong. I'm not saying with you, with somebody that is listening.
President. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. You made a point the last time. You said we have lost control over the children.
Yeah.
And invariably, in many homes, the children are the ones in charge. It will surprise you to hear the children are the ones controlling the home.
Yeah.
In the sense that they decide what to be cooked in the house, they decide what TV to watch, what TV network to watch. They practically decide 80% of what goes on in the house. We parents give them that privilege. Junior, what will you eat? Will you eat eba? No. What will you eat? I want to lick ice cream. And over the years, you now make them to believe that what if they are denied access, they get offended and they get angry. So, like you said, we have a wrong template in today's world, which is giving birth to many of these vices. For instance, now, this is very funny anyway. I see some women, they call their husbands baby and they call their boy, their child, daddy. They call the child daddy and they call the husband baby. Now, when the man start acting like a baby, they will be complaining that the man is acting like a baby. It's funny though, but wow. It's common because we give the children this privilege in the house. Sir, in our days, if my mama cook eba, say once all eba, say you know what it's, you go hungry die that night too. If you have not, we had no options.
Yeah.
We ate what was available.
Yeah.
And are we not healthy? Are we not okay?
Yeah.
But today now we give our children the control, the remote control of the house. Let me use that word. So the children are the ones in charge. They can tell you, Daddy, I don't want to eat rice today. What do you want? I want to eat this. You buy for them. So you now make them believe that they can get whatever they ask for. And that's a dangerous approach in raising the child. Because when he eventually comes out and meet those who says no to him, he may pick offense and said, my daddy used to give me whatever I asked for. So the template, in summary, the template we are using to raise our children today is one of the big problems that is producing a breed of children that are not cultured, that are not mannered. As a matter of fact, sir, in our days, as a child, you dare not raise your voice against an elder. You can't insult. The adults there will spank you waiting for your parent. When your parent come, they will tell your parent, look at what your child did. Your man will see flog you on top. But in our world, what do we see? Children use their, in fact, they start from home. They insult their mothers, they insult their fathers. There's no more respect, no more fear in society because of the template. Don't tell me it's civilization. It's not civilization. It's foolishness. It's foolishness. Okay, Apostle Tega, I want to ask a question again. Since you said we have lost control over our children, can we have that control back as parents?
Yes, we can have that control.
How is that possible?
I'll say many things, but I will not be able to now control the people who have given birth to children because they are already solid strong. Rather, let's sow the seed in the people who are not married.
The upcoming parents.
The upcoming parents will become the cure to the challenges that we have. I'll say this primarily. Any man that is not in control of himself cannot control another person. You need to control yourself first. And you must have complete control of the wife you marry. If she's not submissive to your leadership, there will be a challenge. Because if the man is controlling himself and then he can control his wife, when the children come, you can now control them. If the children will not listen to their mother, there is a problem. So you start the control or we start the correction from people who are not married. And then for the people who are married and they have children, withdraw their phones. Withdraw everything that gives them that comfort that, oh, I want this. Withdraw it. They will get angry, yes. Lock them inside the house. When you lock them and restrict them to many things, with time, they will learn the normal way.
To adjust, to adapt.
You don't give a child the opportunity to make choice. You make choice for the child. Because if you allow them, if you give them that freelance to making decisions, they will make decisions that will land the parents in trouble.
That's true.
and we are seeing them. We are seeing them everywhere. I'll say this finally. People take drugs because there is a lack of an individual in the society, and that individual is not the mother but the father. When there is a lack of fatherhood in the house, where there is a lack of proper leadership at home, there will be a challenge in the society. Now, how do we cure this? Let's talk to the men. The men are out of place. The men are really out of place. A lot of men don't know how to be a man. They think that man is gender. Man is not just male. Man is also office. And the moment he's in the office, he should act like the office. He should act as a leader. So let's have the men in check. If we have the men in check, every other thing will fall into place.
Okay, thank you, Apostle. Sir, please, what do you have to say on that? How can we gain control over our children back into this world since we have lost control over them?
Okay, I will say this, that there are different tools that made us lose control over our children.
Okay.
And one of them is social media. Honestly, it is
Social media.
Social media is one of them. Is a very
Is the primary tool.
Yeah,
yes,
it is.
over our children. Honestly, it even got to the point whereby most of the social media, they have to monetize your account, so you have to put in extra work. And we'll come to notice that, I don't want to mention any country, but honestly, we'll come to notice that most of the things we see in the internet today, they are pure rubbish.
That's true.
You don't have to do anything good before you become
In fact, what brings traffic to your page is by the nonsense you do.
The nonsense you do.
Just do nonsense, you will get traffic.
You can imagine. That's a signal that the people are already out of place.
Good.
is a great signal that they are out of place. So first of all, our social media, we have to control it over our children. Even if we are going to allow them have full-time access to their phone, we have to control them. Like I read something online, but they said that the Chinese TikTok is far different from the Nigeria TikTok. The Chinese TikTok, they use it for educational purpose only, and you can't watch TikTok more than 2 hours. Once you are in Chinese or you are in China, you can't watch TikTok more than 2 hours. But here in our own country, how many things do we see on TikTok? It's majorly dance. You see people coming, dressing half naked, and the more you see these things, the more information
It's registered in your mind.
It's registered in your mind. The more information they pass into your brain, and with time, what you see, you become.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
That's
true.
the simple truth. What
Yeah,
you see,
over
you
time,
become.
you become
you
what you see.
become. And these people, they have agenda. Honestly, there are people who are paying money to sponsor drugs on a daily basis. So they have agenda. Even as far to our movie boss, as far to Instagram, wherever you see, they find a simple means whereby they shipping everything inside so that our children can see. In Facebook, we have over 2 billion users in Facebook. So imagine one day the owner of Facebook coming outside and pinning a message whereby everybody will have to see that you must take drugs. Imagine the number of people that will see that thing coming up every day in our Facebook. So first of all, that social media is an aspect we need to fight to gain control again over our children.
Yeah.
Not just for our children, but also for our parents, because some of our parents are also involved.
Yeah.
These new generation parents are
Yeah.
also involved in this.
True.
So we have to fight it first. We have to fight ourselves, then fight it.
Wow. Well, so I wouldn't say social media is a bad idea, but I think the usage is where the problem lies. Because, like you said, in that social media, there are educative things in.
But there are few. There are very few.
For instance, what we are doing is on the media, right?
Yeah.
It's educative. So there are educative things on the media, but the problem, like I said, deep in our heart, there is a desire for the opposite in life.
Yeah.
So even when you are scrolling through maybe Facebook and something negative pops off, you may pass, but something will tell you, draw it back, bring it back, bring it back. And let me see here, I have done other times, I have screwed back and I've watched. For instance, let me not say something here anyway. To have control back over our children, we have to look for a means to have access to our children, to spend time with our children. Because one of the key things we had in the 90s is that we had free access to our parents.
Yeah.
After eating the evening food, we all sometimes, once there is full moon, we sat outside maybe under the tree or in the corridor passage, telling stories, tortoise and cat stories. But I didn't know those were fostering bonds amongst us.
Yeah.
Like you said, or you said that we can be in a house now. The father is on his phone, the mother on her phone, the first child on his phone, second child on his phone. So everybody is just busy with themselves.
Bonding with another person. That's not
Outside.
a part of the whole.
So at the end of the whole journey, we are more attached to an outsider
Than inside.
and
us.
insider. And most of the time, those outsiders influence us negatively. Check statistics. Most of these young boys who go into the drugs, if you ask them, they will tell you a friend introduced them into it. Ask them, somebody told them to try it. Somebody convinced them to try it. And most of the times, they didn't start smoking in their parents' house.
Yes.
They started maybe in a friend's house or in a party they went to or even in a hotel.
Yeah.
So it never started at home because even in some corner of their heart, they still have some little fear for their father
Yeah.
or for the mother. So in fact, there are some that still hide in smoking.
Yeah.
They can do it outside, but when they come back home, they still comport themselves. So social media have played a significant factor in losing our children to the society. That is one. Now, coming back home again, you see this issue of drugs we are talking about. Any parent, except the father is not normal, the mother is not normal, that tries to defend these drugs is abnormal.
Yeah.
Because
Very
even if you are, as a father, you are smoking, you know the truth.
Yeah.
Because man, truth is inborn in every human being. Is a part of us.
Yeah.
So I was somewhere yesterday in a very popular spot in town, and I saw a young man. He just stood like an image. He was sleeping, while standing.
Wow.
I was surprised.
Wow.
And somebody told me, they leave man. So you don't hide. He said it's normal in this place. You come around you. I was like, this is not normal, it's abnormal.
Yeah.
But they have normalized it because they see that all the time. But I was surprised because maybe that was my first time of seeing something like that. Somebody can be standing and is sleeping. It's abnormal. And that can only be possible under the influence of something that is beyond control of the man.
Yeah.
We shouldn't stand to sleep. We have to lay down to sleep. When you come to a stage where you now stand to sleep, brother, sister, you are off. Painful. There is one aspect. Oh, Jesus Christ, sir. One aspect that is very striking. Now, I will say this. A young lady came to me last year and she was complaining about the boyfriend to me, and that she's my account person anyway. That she wants to break. She's tired of the relationship. That ever since she met that guy, he said never for once has the guy slept with her natural. Like before any intercourse, he must take drugs. And over the years, he was able to blend it into the system that without drugs, they can't have sex and enjoy sex. Let's now assume, for instance, they break up now, and a holy man like you, who does not take drugs, marries that lady. Do you think you can satisfy him?
I will not marry that person in the first place.
No, I'm just in an example.
Yeah.
Let's say you marry such a girl who has been devoured with drugs.
You cannot.
Do you think you can actually satisfy that girl?
You cannot.
So at the end of it, she will now go outside looking for another man that can satisfy her. So when we talk about the effect of these drugs, we know what we are saying. We are not just trying to gain online followers. This thing is a pain in my heart. I lost my friend, my close friend. Now he's on the street with drugs. Why? Now drugs, now he cause and make I speak in pidgin. Now drugs, now he make increase. 60% of our young boys who are into streets are into drugs. It's as though it's part of the initiation process into the Yahoo business.
Yeah.
And again, I observed something that actually, sir, let me bring as a question, or let me ask a prince. Since when did this issue of drugs become a common thing in society? Can you tell me how long it has been common in society?
I would say let's go back to the last 6 to 7 years.
6 to 7, okay. So do you agree with that?
I'm not really certain.
But I think I agree with him. It's around that figure. But how did this drug become common? It started when our boys started seeing money from the streets. Do you agree with me, sir?
Mm.
Yeah. Drugs became common when our boys who are into the street work started seeing money. Before, when there was no money, it was not a common practice. Like, in fact, the people that practice it then, they were hiding to do it. But now you can go to a club or go to some beer parlors. It's on the table. Everybody is coming to one they call, is it shisha?
Yeah, shisha.
They inhale it and they are excited. And I saw something. I think I told you. Okay, it was Pastor. I told Pastor Jude. There is what they call the electronic cigarette. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
The electronic cigarette. Have you vamp? Have you seen that, sir? Okay, it's common. I saw that one boy came to my office. He put it along. It's chargeable. It's rechargeable.
Yeah.
They stake it and smoke comes out. They inhale the smoke. And one of them was telling that the smoke is very cool. Now, scientists now came recently and said that thing is more dangerous than the normal cigarettes that they smoke. Yeah. That thing has 50% chances of causing cancer of the heart, of the lungs, and other deadly diseases. That is even more dangerous than the normal cigarettes that our boys are smoking. But has now become a common thing for them. Check every young man now. Just ask them, they will tell you. It has a box like an earpiece box. Oh. You plug and charge and inhale. Plug and charge. So just come to think of it. Where is that smoke coming from? Not as though fire comes out. It's a battery inside. So these are electronic things. So imagine what our boys are inhaling into their system. Yeah. So that is why, oh God, I'm paying. Look at society. Go to the hospital sector. Many strange sickness, names that you will be wondering, does this name exist in the dictionary? Where are these things coming from? If not from consumption of substance like this. Even the people that made these things, they tell you smokers are liable to die young. Yet our people are going into it day by day. Youths, young boys. What is your problem? The little money that came that you are supposed to use to take care of your life and your mother, cigarette has. In fact, yesterday, I'm happy for that development in town. I'm very happy that the leaders of our community came together and made an announcement that if you are caught selling drugs, you pay 500K. To me, that money is too small. You should make it like 2 million naira to scare them away. But even as a that, sir, I can tell you, this is Nigeria. Even when they are being caught, they will still maneuver their way through. It is Nigeria.
And let me say this, that 80% of drug dealers, people who sell drugs, 80% of them, they don't take drugs.
Yeah. That's very correct.
80% of them, they don't take drugs.
Yeah. That's very correct. They don't take. So they're just damaging other people's children in society. They say, and their business, I not force them. And they say, they come by, I sell for them.
Now, even the people taking the drugs, what are you trying to achieve? You want to just achieve that you are a big boy, you can sleep while standing. You can run mad when you like. Is that what you are trying to achieve?
Is it normal to sleep while standing, sir?
It's bad.
Is it a normal culture?
It has become a normal thing for them.
Like now, there is a popular spot in this town. If we go there now, we'll see minimum of 4 boys who are high in those places. Sometimes they sleep outside. Sometimes when the time is behaving, their friends videos them and post online just to catch cruise. Now I want to ask you, what if he was your brother? Can you do that to him?
So is that a definition of who a big boy is?
So then that is what makes them big. Like you can drag ice, you can drag it without shaking. That means you are a man. So you can, like somebody was saying, if you can drag it twice and you still stand, I say you're a man. So that's what they define as being a big boy. But I'm begging you, every young boy out there, your future is at risk if you continue on this path. 1, you will not live long. 2, you will suffer your wife or your mom tomorrow. Yeah. The wife will suffer actually, because when you start getting sick, and she go dey run up and down, and she go dey take care of you. And if she runs now, I will say, when there was money, she stay. When wahala come, she runs. She does not deserve that from you. To have a good life, please mind what you consume. Drugs does more harm than good into this world. Let's not harm ourselves gradually. If I go and test your system, young boys, and look at how close you are to the grave, what you think is enjoyment, you are very close to your grave.
Yeah.
Very, very close. Very, very close. So think twice before you take the next dragging. Think twice. Apostle, let me come back to before we round up for today. You made mention of fatherhood, that fatherhood have failed. Our fathers has failed. And in most homes, the children fear the father figure more than the mom. But sir, are you aware also that in many homes in Nigeria, the moms are the ones in charge. The moms are the ones running the home.
Definitely, yes.
The mothers are running the home because the fathers are not there, not physically. They are not there in their responsibility. So they cannot leave the home like that void. Someone has to step into the office.
But do you think a mother can actually step into the man's shoes and
No,
function
no,
effectively?
no. A mother cannot step into the office of the leader, the main leader of the house. In fact, the growth and development of the house is built on the man.
Hinge on
The
the man.
success of the home or the success of the society is built on the man. So if the man is not present physically to carry out his responsibility over the wife primarily, and then over the children, the society will fail. Like I have said in previous videos, the wives or the mothers should be extension of the fathers. You don't give a command that the father have not given. You have to get approval from the authority of the man to pass an instruction to the children. But because the fathers are not there, they are busy with things because they believe that love is in giving of gifts. It will not work like that. We need the physical presence and the responsibility carried out by the men to the family and then to society. So we need fathers at home. Don't just be there figuratively, be there giving time, giving love, giving attention, giving deliberate attention to the wife and to the children. Ensure that you know everything that is happening. Don't be updated from somewhere else that your children are doing this. Are you aware? Be aware. Know what they do. Know where they go to. Monitor them. In fact, the Bible says we should flog our children. If you are not flogging your children, flog them. Because by sparing the rod, you will spoil the child. But by breaking the child's head with a rod, you will cure society. Let's not get to that place where it is your son that is disturbing society. It is your daughter that is disturbing society. Let's not get there at all. If we have gotten there before, let's retrace our steps and get these things corrected.
In fact, when the child is misbehaving, the first question asks, whose child is that?
They will tag it to a father.
Yeah, they will always, whose child is this misbehaving? Even in the school setup, when the child is stubborn,
Yeah.
they ask who are the parents of this child, because it's often believed that when a child is faulty outside, it's a problem for the house.
Yeah.
In fact, the teacher was telling me the child always comes to school, I think primary school, to a pupil, moody, unhappy, causing violence here and there. So when she drew the child attention and questioned her, she discovered that at home the parents, they fight always. So that violent nature the child copied from home and imported it into the school.
Yeah.
So you see now, children are a replica of their parents.
Yeah.
That's why I keep saying angry parents birth angry children.
Hurting parents birth hurting children.
Lying parents birth lying children.
Disobedient parents will birth disobedient children.
It's normal.
It's a seed.
Let's not play around this game. This is life. Hurting parents raise hurting children. Angry parents raise angry children. Lying parents raise lying children.
Disloyal parents.
If to know who a child is, let's look at the parent's life.
Yeah.
Because your children are an extension of who you are. Character-wise. The issue of fatherhood. And
I will focus more on the wife, on the woman.
Okay.
I'll focus more on that. We'll come to discover that women, these are very emotional beings.
Okay.
Honestly, they are emotional beings. Then they are also manipulative.
very manipulative.
Very, very manipulative. They are not like men. And I will say this, that a father can give an instruction that I don't want to see anyone watching movie once it's 9 p.m.
Yes.
Everybody go and sleep. But maybe the children might just be I want to, but you will see a black child can just come outside let's say he wants to watch the film, truly the child wants to watch it, but the father has given the, I don't want to see any child. We start watching the film, and when the father comes out maybe by 10 p.m., 11 p.m. and sees the child watching it, say, who told you to watch this movie? I hope I say my
It's
mother.
not mommy that
I
Sarah should
told
come and watch.
so first thing I would say is that as a woman, every order you should give, make sure your husband has approved it and is in alignment with the husband also.
Yeah.
Yes, it's in alignment with it, because it's not every time you have to call your husband that I want to give this order. That's not what I'm saying, but
Yeah.
it should be in alignment with your husband.
This is why I said that women should be extension of the husbands
Very important.
before you can give such an instruction.
And I will not say this for those who are the upcoming parents. Before you start bearing children, you and the mamona sit down. Agree on how to raise your children.
Yeah.
That's part of the thing to discuss in courtship. How should we raise these children? So do you know something? I went to meet a man over an issue. I told the man the issue. He gave me his feedback. I went to meet the wife. Same time, I didn't tell either of them. She gave me similar response to the husband's response. So I knew that they were in agreement in over some things. So that is how the father, the mother should be at home.
Yeah.
They should agree on how to discipline their children. In fact, there are women, when you are flogging their child, say, no, flog my pikin, no, leave am for me, no kill my child, no, you know, that kind of thing. Over the year, the child will now fall to the mother's side and see the father as like a bad person that wants to kill me. No, almost time. Oh Jesus, the problem is actually large, sir. It's large. While I was in secondary school, when I was in secondary school, there were two teachers in particular who were very harsh on me. They were harsh. Three of us can make a mistake. They will take mine personal. Two of them, they will insult me. They will say, see you, they carry Bible. Look at the. I was hurt. I was pained. I felt humiliated. But before God and man, when I stepped out of school, I realized that they helped me to become what I became while in school. So sometimes discipline is not wickedness. Discipline is an act of love. Who loves you will discipline you.
Yeah.
If scripture said, God corrects his own, he chastiseth his own. So for a mother that is why I see mothers who have sold practically all they have because of one child. From month to month, month in, month out, they keep causing one problem in the police station, society, that will make the mother to waste money. And if you check well, when that child was young, when the father was trying to correct the child, the mom will always defend the child.
Yeah.
So that defense she started from childhood will continue to old age. She will keep on defending that child until the child dies. So moms, again, I come back to you. Agree with your husband on how to raise those children, so that the children will not see the father as a bad man, so they will not become nuisance in the society. Every child causing trouble in society, they came from a home.
Yeah.
But because the home failed them, they become what they are out there today. So father, mother, come to agreement on how to raise the children. So please give us your final word before we draw the curtain for tonight on this issue of drugs. What's your final word, sir?
I think my final word should be that let me point it towards our parents.
Okay.
We should be more disciplined, and like my favorite quote, that discipline is never sweet at the beginning of anything.
It is never sweet.
It's never sweet.
Injection is not sweet, but it cures.
Yes, it's never sweet at all. Honestly, the child is not going to die.
You're not going to die.
The child is not going
We
to
never
die.
died.
Will not die. So it's just a process. As far that baby is a child, whatever training you are going to give to that child, that's the mentality the child is going to do. It's just like while he's a child, you are programming the baby. So the program, the commands you give to the baby, that's what the baby is going to produce later. So whatever thing that child is going to receive, whatever attitude that child is going to grow up with, that's what is going to function in the afterlife of that child. That's what we are preparing the child for in adulthood. Honestly, that's it. So especially to the mothers, if the husband has said this thing, the father has said this thing, you see some children coming to the backyard to meet the mother, say, I'll do this thing, and you see the mother, some of the mothers saying that, your father does not like it, so I'm just making the child wanting to do something wrong. And honestly, let me just say this before I round up, that I've seen a situation whereby The child said he wants to go into fraud. The father said, not in my house. The day I discover you leave the house. The mother called the child and say, tell me about this thing. Say her mom is not actually a fraud o, it's just a work online, this, and he painted the story. The same mother carried the own child, they went to one native doctor's house, do some little things. While the money started coming, started supporting the child. In his own presence, that same child that we were saying that you are good, started insulting the father, came home, started smoking, started drinking, and started beating the father. And the same mother raised his mouth and say, na the father, because now I will say this that poverty became a major tool why the mother did that.
I understand.
Because the mother started seeing money. The child started bringing money, a sign of corruption, to shut the mother up.
Yeah.
So while you are even seeing the evil,
can't
you are
talk.
still you can't talk, you are still keeping quiet. I believe in our last video we talked about being okay with what we have, being contented with what we have. So if we put that place of being satisfied with what we have and the place of discipline, I believe it will go a long way. It will go a very, very long way. So be satisfied with what you have as parents, and the children also. Then be disciplined. That discipline is something we must do. Be disciplined. I live with those who are being satisfied with what you have and be disciplined.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I will come to you, Apostle, but I want to say something. Do you know, every of us came into this world with an empty brain.
Yeah.
So we picked everything from the environment. Yeah.
We picked it from family first.
Yes, which is the environment, immediate
Then to
environment.
family.
Sir, do you know a Nigerian who misbehaves in Nigeria, when he goes to Dubai, is compacted?
Yeah.
Why? Because there is a structure in that place that bends you, not you bending the system.
Yeah.
So if every family have that structure in place, that whoever comes into this home must be bent towards our culture, not you bending the culture. You said something yesterday that you didn't know, I took note of it. You said, never raise your voice, raise your standard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I believe every family should have a standard, a structure, that every child that comes from your loins must abide by that standard.
Yeah.
Not you bending your standard for your children. So if at the time there is a children, they are learners. A child grows to do what he sees the parents doing.
Yeah.
A child grows to copy what he sees around. So if you actually nurture the child, I think I came across a statistic, I can't pick it now, that animals are 80%. Is the way the man of God put it. Animals are 80% natural and 20% nurtured, while humans are 80%, 20% natural and 80% nurtured. You know that concept.
Yeah.
It simply means that 80% of the time we become what we see, we become what we learn, we become what we hear over the time. So I think if you actually raise your children on a solid structure, if they have to change your bros, let's be sincere, if they have to bend that child. I'm an example. There are things, as old as I am, there are things I just can't do because of where we are coming from. Not because I can't, but the kind of teachings we have received, the kind of discipline we have received will not permit us to do those things. In those days, they tell us, if you are picking me from your mother's spot, say look up, you see the hand of God warning you. It wasn't true, but at least as children we believe 100% that it was true. So that thing gave us some level of fear not to do that. But there was one particular amongst us. He said, "You want to see that hand of God when one has." So she will go pick the meat. You don't go see the hand. He said, "Until I see the hand, I'm not going to start to be pick me from God."
Yeah.
I want to please give us the final words, sir.
All right.
Thank
My
you.
final words are these: Father should be the example,
A template, actually.
be the standard of what is right. Because if you are not the standard of what is right, or if you don't know what is right, you may not be able to create that standard. The best thing you can leave for your wife and your children is not houses. It's a good name. A good man will leave inheritance. Those inheritance that you think, oh, maybe it's houses, a good name is better than rubies, than money, than anything you can think of. Let your name be an open door. Let your name not be a challenge that whose son are you? Say a son of so and so. You lock the door. No. Be the standard. Wives, obey in all things. I know sometimes you have challenges with obedience and submission that will certainly get to.
It's a big challenge for women to submit, especially when she's making money of her own.
I think that you should partner with the husband. You to be an example. Let the man not be an example somewhere and then you are accommodating a bad culture, accommodating a bad character. You be an example. Let your girls not copy what you are doing. You are in your husband's house and you are teaching your children to not be in their husband's house. That is accommodating a wrong culture. The men are not like that. Men should be example. Women should be example as well. Children are only a result of man and woman.
That's true.
So, in as much as we know that we have given birth to these children, let's be example of what we are saying and what we are doing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And there is a popular quote that many of us have been saying, that let's leave a better world for our children.
Yeah.
That may be true, but I prefer leaving better children for the world. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
Let's leave better children for the world. Because if you leave a better world for the children can corrupt that better world.
Destroy it.
Have you not seen parents who were wealthy in the 90s? They died and willed their wealth to their children. In a space of 1, 2, 3 years, the wealth was wasted.
Yeah.
Why? The man left a better world for unprepared children. So I prefer leaving better children for the world who cannot make the world better. So that now points back to the family again, training up your children. There is a way to train children. The way it ought. Look, that word ought. There is a way that train. Sir, we will talk. In this place we will talk. There is a template for training children. Not this template we are using today's world where nobody can correct your children in your absence. In our days, any adult around can correct a child awaiting the father to come back. Before they go talk, you don't collect like 3 slap and 4 knock for your head first. You decrease. What do you do? Before you come to yourself, you don't collect. But today now, flog your neighbor's child in your own compound and see what will happen when the parent comes back.
Yeah.
So the failure still points down to the family again. Let's not shy away from it. Family is the big problem we have in society. Let's stop blaming church and pastors. Let the family be all right and society will be all right.
Yeah.
Thank you. See you next week.